welcome to Shine Online.
Thanks, Shannon. Yeah, it's so great to be here. I'm really grateful for the opportunity to connect with everybody here and grateful for the invitation. Yeah, so excited.
I'm excited to get cozy and tune in and really embody what you're about to offer. So I'm going to hand over the stage to you and see you at the end of the journey.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, thank you all so much. And shout out also to CeeLo, who's running all the behind the scenes stuff, making sure everything is seamlessly being shared out to the website and YouTube channel. Thank you for all your work in the background. And thank you to each and every one of you who are here. I have the chat pulled up on my phone. So if you're here watching live, just say hi. And if you want to share your name or where you're tuning in from, that would be really great. I'd love to know who's here together live. And then also if you're watching the replay, you can comment on the YouTube video. You can also find me on social media. I'm Amara Amethyst. And so on Instagram, it's Amara_Amethyst, AMARA_AMETHYST. And so yeah, so if you're here, just say hello. And I'd love to hear what you are excited about for the Embodied Voice. Or if you're here because you're excited about Shine Online Festival, that's totally fine too. Just let me know in the comments, and then that way I'll be able to see if anyone is here live, and if so, like what you're interested in this particular workshop. I will share a little bit about myself to get started, and then we'll hop right in to the experiential workshop that we have for our time together. So as I already said and spelled, my name is Amara Amethyst, and I am a sonic priestess, sound healer. I'm a womb healer and devotee of the goddess and divine feminine, and I really also love public speaking and vocal empowerment for all people. And so that's what I'm here to share with y'all today, is some vocal empowerment. So our workshop is called Your Embodied Voice, and we will be talking about our voices, literally our voices, and also our expressions in the world. We'll also be talking a little bit about our resonance, the unique frequency that each and every one of us has and emanates out into the world and the universe around us. And we'll also be doing some movement practices. So we'll be getting down with some dancing, and then we'll do some vocal practices together to open and activate your voice. And then I'll also share towards the end of our time together a sonic journey that I have created and previously recorded that I'll be sharing with everyone to soften and open your voice even more. So if you have any questions at any time during our time together, if we're right in the middle of a practice, just hold on to it until after the practice, but then put it in the chat, because we have a live chat. So that's a really great thing to be able to take advantage of. If you have any questions about any of the things that we're doing along the way, or if you have any questions about anything that's related to this, or if you'd like to share an insight or an aha moment that you have during this workshop, or related to your embodiment and your vocal expression, please do share that in the chat, because I'm sure it will be helpful to somebody beyond just yourself. Okay, so we have activating my voice will be really helpful. Excited for that, from the Bring Me to Life network. Yeah, I'm excited too. I think that's CeeLo. Hello. I'm excited about it too. And a little bit about my background with the voice, is that I have been obsessed with language and communication since I was a teenager. When I was a young teenager, I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease. I was really sick. I was bedridden off and on for 2.5 years. And I had an experience that was really beyond my physical body. That's when I had the full physical felt sense awareness that I was not my body, that I was not my thoughts, that I was not my actions, that I was all of those things, and also I was a lot more than that. And when I came back from that experience, I didn't have a way to put it into words and express what I had experienced to other people. And so I started really, and Flash says, very excited, thank you. Yay, hi Flash. And it is CeeLo. Cool. That's what I thought. Okay. So when I came back from this experience, I didn't know how to express it to other people. And I felt really disconnected from people, because, especially from people in my own age group, because I had had this like completely expansive spiritual experience, and I didn't have the way to communicate it to other people. And so I became obsessed with language, because to me, language was the way that humans made sense of our reality and then communicated that to other humans so that they could also understand. And so that began my studies of language when I was a teenager. And then I actually studied linguistics and communication at university. And then I worked as a park ranger for about 8 years, where I did a lot of public speaking. That was my job, was public speaking and creating presentations, creating guided programs, creating written content for website and print products. And I actually trained and audited other people in public speaking as well. So I did this for years professionally and continued to study about climate change communication. Then after I stopped working for the Park Service, I studied about nonviolent communication. I studied about sound healing. I've done a lot of vocal training because I do sound healing, and part of that is singing and vocal healing. More recently, I've been really interested in resonance and in using the voice to heal our own bodies and to heal other people as well. So that's a little bit about my background with the voice and why I'm sharing this with all of you. And I've had a lot of really deeply profound experiences with vocal expression. It can be very liberating to finally be able to speak your truth, for example. It can be extremely empowering also to realize the power of your voice. Your voice is one of your most powerful healing tools that you have access to. For most people, we have access to this all the time. Not everybody can speak physically, but a lot of people can. And if you can, then you can use your voice to heal your nervous system. You can use your voice to heal your physical body. You can use your voice to soothe your emotions, to calm your mental state. And you may even notice a difference in how I'm speaking right now versus how I was speaking about 1 to 2 minutes ago when I was super excited and I was talking really fast and I was like, ah! Like that's a totally different energy than what I'm saying right now and how I'm expressing myself right now. And you may notice a difference in your physical body's reaction to the way that I'm speaking right now versus the way that I was speaking before. Does anybody notice a difference? I notice a difference. That's why I started doing it, because I realized that I was amping myself up with my own voice. So we can attune ourselves to the resonance, our energetic resonance that we have, and also to the resonance of our voice and what we are putting forth into any space that we're in. Any room that you walk into, any virtual space that you walk into where you'll be speaking and sharing your voice, you can have a profound impact on not only yourself, but also all of the other people in any given space with you. Yeah, so I do notice that when I go back and watch myself, I'm kind of surprised about my energy. Yeah, I feel the same way. Sometimes when I'm looking back at things, I'm like, wow, okay, I was really on one there. Or, oh, wow, I felt I was like really holding a calm space. And Flash says, yes, I totally noticed that. Yeah. So it's a noticeable, and to me, it's a palpable difference as well. Like I can feel it in my body. And so, so let's just all take a moment to take a breath. And throughout our time together, I'm going to invite us all to breathe in through our nose and out through our mouth when we're doing a specific breathing practice. If we're just all sitting here, like you can breathe however you want. Don't worry about it. You don't have to like for the next hour focus on that. But when we're doing, like when I say, oh, let's take a breath, for example, or if we're doing some breathing before we make some sounds with our mouths, then what we'll do is we'll take an inhale through the nose and exhale through an open mouth. So you notice too that there's a little bit of sound coming out of my open mouth on my exhale. It doesn't have to be like a crazy like, it can be sometimes if you need to get something out, but it can just be or also if you're somebody who finds that you feel a little shy to vocally express yourself, then maybe you do want to stretch into letting more sound out on your exhale. So maybe you want to sigh it out, so they say, like make a sigh on your exhale. Shantastic Shine says, I have a few different hand movements and mudras that help me calm when I'm in public speaking. It's a trick I've learned to help guide my voice. That's awesome. Yeah, there are a lot of ways that we can tune in with ourselves and remind ourselves to stay present while we're speaking. And public speaking is like, other than like death, is the number one fear that most humans have. So it's totally normal if if anybody out there feels a little bit nervous about public speaking or feels some resistance or hesitancy around that or around expressing yourself authentically in any way. It's not really something that is very supported in the culture that most of us were raised in. So just breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let's take a minute or a couple of minutes to call ourselves fully present into our bodies. So a really key component to any vocal practice is being present in your body. Really to any practice. Kind of have to be present in your body in order to do a practice. And even now, I still dissociate, I still disconnect from my body sometimes when I'm right in the middle of doing a practice. And that's okay. So actually, before we fully call ourselves present, just keep breathing. And I'm going to share some guidelines for our time together in this workshop. I'd really love it if we could all bring curiosity, so a sense of curiosity rather than judgment to our time together. So maybe you've heard of your witness self. This is an aspect of yourself where if you lean back into more of a full version of who you are, there's a part of you that always remembers your connection to divinity, your connection to source, your connection with the ever-present moment of now. And this part of you can witness the human part of you, the part of you that sometimes forgets, that you are a divine being and that you are connected to the source of all that is, that you are an integral part of the living web of creation. Sometimes there's a part of us that forgets that. And there's a part of us, so there's a part that forgets and there's a part that always remembers. And the part that always remembers can witness the part that forgets and can hold that space for ourselves. So call upon that part of yourself, your witness self, and invite curiosity rather than judgment of yourself in this space. So when we're working with curiosity, that means that there's a lot of openness for possibilities and potentials. When we're working with judgment, if you think about a time that you have felt judged, like how does that feel in your body? If you want to share in a comment. Like how does it feel in your body when you feel judged, either by yourself or by somebody else? I notice that when I feel judged, I kind of like lean forward a little bit and my shoulders kind of like slump down. It's kind of like my chest is like coming forward to protect my heart a little bit. I feel a little bit constricted. I feel contraction when I feel judged. I don't really like it. So when I'm constricting, I'm kind of like closing down and I'm not opening up. So sometimes mad or angry, I feel my energy flare up, holding my breath tense up. Yeah. So it brings things. So if you're feeling mad or angry, or if you feel your energy like flaring up, or if you feel like you're holding your breath or tensing up, is that a time when you feel open to being vulnerable? It's not for me. Like maybe I could push through it and do it anyway. Yeah, so it just says no. Yeah. So we don't want to bring that energy to ourselves when we're trying something new or when we're practicing something. We don't want to bring an energy that's going to shut us down. That's not a supportive energy to what we're trying to do. Okay, so let's not do that. Let's leave the judgment for like an hour. Leave the judgment somewhere else. I mean, hopefully longer than that, but at least the next hour. Let's leave the judgments somewhere else and let's invite curiosity. Because curiosity, like how do you feel if someone's curious about you? Like if somebody's like, oh, tell me more. Oh, wow, you're really interested in that? I'd love to hear about that. Like I notice even when I'm saying it, I'm kind of like leaning forward. I'm like, oh, I'm like opening my heart. I'm like, I'm like taking up a little more space. So that's the kind of energy that we want to bring to ourselves in this practice. And then even if we're making noises and like they don't sound beautiful or it feels a little weird to do it, it's okay because we're being curious and we're like, wow, that's really interesting. Cool. Rather than like, ugh, that means this little thing and now you're in this box forever and you're stuck. Like, no. Okay, so curiosity, open. Okay, so we're going to have curiosity. We're also going to cultivate kindness for ourselves. So anytime we're doing any sort of growth work, we need a lot of kindness and compassion for ourselves because, well, it's hard. Because it's hard and we might fail. We probably will fail a lot of times before we succeed. And that's okay. And many of us have no problem being super kind to other people, right? But sometimes it can feel a little more challenging to turn that kindness back towards ourselves. So let's agree to be curious and be kind to ourselves in this space. And I also like to set an intention at the beginning of a session or a workshop to be receptive to that which is in alignment with my highest good at this time. So if that feels resonant for you, you can also do that. So I like to set an intention to be receptive and open to receive that which is in alignment with my highest good at this time. I also like to call on, because I do a lot of like physical work in the real world, in 3D reality, let's call it, because I think it's all real. And I also work on vibrational and less dense, more subtle planes and on spiritual planes of existence. So I also like to call upon unseen support for that. I like to call on my allies, my team, my guides, my well ancestors, angels, ascended masters, star beings, elementals, inner earth beings, fairies, any and all beings who are fully aligned with my highest good, all of our highest good who are gathered here or who will watch this at another time, and the highest good of all that is. I'd like to welcome that into the space. And if you have anything else that is fully aligned with the highest good of all of us here that you would like to call upon to support you during this time, please do that in whatever way you do that. And now we will, call ourselves fully present into this space. Another thing that I like to work with is a concept, all of me is welcome here. All of you is welcome here. Ooh, it's a big one. All of me is welcome here. And sometimes that's true for me. It's not 100% of the time, all the time, that I'm fully able to like welcome all aspects of myself, but I'm getting better at it. So that's another concept that we can throw in here. All of you is welcome here. So if there's a part of you that while we're doing this, like doesn't want to say anything, like, you didn't want to listen before and I don't want to say it now. Like, okay, you're welcome here. Or if there's something that you're really super pissed off about and you're like yelling and swearing and like blah, 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 blah. I almost just swore, but I won't. Like blah, 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 blah. That's fine too. Or if you want to be like the fullest, most radiant expression of yourself in this moment, like, yes, that's welcome too. So all of you is welcome here. Okay, so I can definitely swear if I want to. Okay. Well, all right then. We'll see how it goes. So let's take a minute to call ourselves fully present in this moment. Okay, so if you're, however you are, unless you're driving, if you're driving, like don't put both of your hands on your body right now. But if it's safe to do so, you can place one hand on your heart in the center of your chest and then one hand just on your lower belly, like in your pelvic bowl, the space of your womb or hara. And if it's safe to do so and you'd like to, you can also close down your eyes. That helps me to come more presently into my body because I'm not taking in as much external input. So just breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. There's no need to change how you're breathing other than just breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Like you don't have to breathe, you don't have to slow down your breath or deepen it unless you want to. Just begin to notice what is present in this moment in your inner landscape. What is present in this moment in your body for your emotional field, for your mind. Is there anywhere that I can soften? Relax your jaw. Relax the skin on your head. Relax your belly. And repeat after me out loud. All of me is welcome here. 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 Is there anywhere you can soften? You don't have to say that part out loud. We'll send down roots down from the trunk of your tree, from the core of your body. Send roots down into the earth beneath you, down, down, down through the layers of soil and rock, all the way down to the core of the earth. Ground into the earth and feel your roots being held, being steadied by the earth. Is there anywhere that I can soften as you ground and root in? Just feel some of the earth's vital energy and love come up your roots into your energy field, into your body. Now we'll root to rise, and from this rooted place, rise the energy up your spine, straightening your spine a little bit taller, and send out branches out of your crown at the top of your head. And imagine these branches, or intend to send these branches up, 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 out of our stratosphere, all the way up, out beyond our solar system, all the way to the center of the cosmos in the celestial realms, a space that I like to call the cosmic womb, the source of all creation. Space of dark fertility and cosmic light of consciousness. Just allow your branches and your leaves to be held in this space of deep remembrance of your integral part of the living web of all creation. Keep breathing. Keep softening. Just allow yourself to receive some vital energy, some love from the cosmic womb down through your branches, down, down into your energy field, into your body. And circulate this energy, the energy from the earth, throughout your body and energy field. Now we'll release any energies that are not yours. So just let go, bring yourself forward from the past, from looping thoughts, from the past. Bring yourself forward into this present moment. Releasing all energies that do not belong to you, back to their original source, loved and transformed through the highest light of unconditional source love energy, and receiving all of your energy back to you, loved and transformed through the highest light of unconditional source love energy. Bring yourself back from the future, from any thoughts or wonderings or plannings about the future. Just call yourself back into this moment in your body now. Release any energies that do not belong to you, that do not originate from you, back to their original source, loved and transformed through the highest light of unconditional source love energy, and receive all of your energy back to you, loved and transformed through the highest light of unconditional source love energy. From each side, you can take your arms on each side of you, and we're going to just release any energies that belong to other people, relationships, situations, co-workers, family members, friends, frenemies. For some reason, I wanted to say friends with benefits, so there you go. Just let it go. Any people who are not your children that are under 10 years of age, just release their energy for now to be loved and transformed and returned to them through the highest light of unconditional source love energy, and call your energy back to you, loved and transformed through the highest light of unconditional source love energy. Release energies from electronic devices, the internet, cell phones, collectively held belief systems, other people's beliefs. You might want to shake it out. I like to make noises, obviously. You can do that too. Whew. Yeah, and then shake it all out if you want to. And then find stillness again. Place your hands on your body again. And speak the fullness of your given name out loud 3 or more times, or whisper it, followed by any other names that you go by, to call yourself fully present in your body in this moment. Keep speaking that, anchoring yourself into your body. You may also want to run your hands slowly over your body so that you can feel yourself as you're speaking your name, calling yourself presence in your body in this moment. All of me is welcome here. Say that out loud too. All of me is welcome here. All of me is welcome here. And we'll do a couple of sighs. So your voice communicates to your nervous system whether or not you're safe. So by creating a sound of a sigh of relief or a sigh of pleasure, you're washing over your nervous system and your physical body and your energy field with the vibration of your voice. So take a breath in and sigh it out. And do that a couple more times. Breathe in, sigh it out. And one more time, just like wash over yourself with the vibration of your voice. Breathe in and sigh it out. Maybe one more time, because it feels good. Okay, one more time, a little bit louder, and see if if you place your hands on your chest, or if you have breast tissue, you can place it on your breast tissue. Just make another sigh loud enough so that just to see if you can feel the vibration in your chest. And then as you slowly transition back into eyes open, shared space together in this virtual room, you can let me know if you can feel, like, could you feel that? Could you feel your own voice? Could you feel it in your body? Could you feel it in your energy field? How was that experience for you? Did you have a physical noticing? Mooney says, oh, it just deleted. Hold on. I'm reloading the chat. Dun, dun, dun. Mooney says, I can feel all of the energy that isn't mine around me. It's tangible. That's insane. Yeah, it's a thing. And it's a thing that we can get really used to and not even notice it. Because we're not really taught how to like have energetic hygiene, you know. Oh, that was so helpful. I enjoyed the deeper sighs. Yeah, I love the deeper sighs as well. It feels really nice. And so that's also something that you can do pretty much anytime. Like, there are very few times when it's like socially inappropriate to sigh. So that's nice. That's something that you can like have in your tool belt as a self-regulation tool. So if something happens that feels upsetting, Flash, I love that. I feel looser. Great. If something happens in daily life, which, you know, chances are eventually something will happen in daily life that grounded, cool, amazing. Chances are that something may happen at some point in your life that you will want to self-regulate. And using your voice is a really powerful and effective way to do that. The breath and the voice. My teacher, Naomi Love, who I've been studying with for the last 4 years, she says that your breath is your greatest helping spirit. And I believe that your voice is also a very powerful helping spirit that's with you throughout your life. So those are some tools that you can use. Okay, so we're going to move our bodies. Move our bodies. Okay, we're going to move our bodies. We're going to, I don't know why that came out like a cheerleader, but we're going to move our bodies. So if you have space around you, I think I'm hilarious. Looks like CeeLo's enjoying it too, so that's great. So if you have space to stand up and dance, nice. He says I am hilarious. I knew it. If you have space to stand up and dance, we're going to do that right now. Okay. I'm going to share some music. And we're just going to, we're going to do a couple things. First, we're just going to dance. And so we're just going to move our bodies so that we can like call ourselves more present in our bodies. Because a lot of times when we're in a workshop, we're like really in a mental space. It gets really heady and then it's easy to be disconnected from the body. But since we're going to be working with our voices, we want to be really in our bodies. And dancing is a great way to do that. So we're going to dance and move in a way that feels good to you. And then we're also going to do some chi shaking, which I'll show you my feet. Well, maybe I won't because who knows if that's going to work. Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. So my feet for chi shaking are hip width distance apart, which a lot of people think hip width is like way up here, but it's just right below your hips. So my feet are hip width distance apart. And then I'm going to just start shaking. You can also lift and drop your heels. If anybody is pregnant, especially if you're in the first trimester, don't do this. If you are bleeding, you can hold your womb, you can hold your breast tissue as you shake, but I'm gonna tell everybody at a certain point to chi shake, and this is what I mean. I mean, have your feet hip width distance apart and your hands by your side, and we're just gonna shake our whole body. And we're gonna breathe in through our nose, and we're gonna breathe out through our mouth with sound, and since you're shaking, it will sound something like okay, so that's chi shaking. And you also want to shake so that your neck is moving too, because your neck is part of your spine. The head is at the top of your spine. So if you're shaking, the point is to shake your whole body. Okay, so first we're just going to dance though. Like normally, like however's normal for you. Okay, so here we go. Let me know out there if you can hear the music.
Searching for balance, praying for clarity. Mars strip me naked. Take this identity, tell me it's unity. In Lekesha, Lekin, I am you, you are me. Searching for balance, praying for clarity. Mars strip me naked. Take this identity, tell me it's unity. In Lekesha, Lekin, I am you, you are me. I wear clothes I like to hide, so no one knows what I'm made from. Deep in my soul, taken from home, so far we stroll. Deep in these roads, think we control this shit we don't, but fuck we could. I wish we would throw away these phones, get a bit more holy, see the world more slowly, take test my roses. Searching for balance, praying for clarity. Mars strip me naked. Take this identity, tell me it's unity. In Lekesha, Lekin, I am you. Searching for balance, praying for clarity. Mars strip me naked. Take this identity, tell me it's unity. In Lekesha, Lekin, I am you.
How can you dance?
Welcome to know is that I know nothing at all. This shit is so mystical, magical, and no, we don't know our potential. How could we, when they lie, they cast spells and they try dropping bombs from the skies like we are not stars. Inside me, there's a war. Jeremiah. Searching for balance, praying for clarity. Mars strip me naked. Take this identity, tell me it's unity. In Lekesha, Lekin, I am you, you are me. Searching for balance, praying for clarity. Mars strip me naked. Take this identity, tell me it's unity. In Lekesha, Lekin, I am you, you are me.
For the next song, we're gonna chi shake. Go chi shaking.
Hold me like you want to. Tell me what you're into.
We're gonna do it for the whole song. Just a couple minutes. We've got this.
Baby, let me show you
Shake out your hair.
Hold me like you want to. Tell me what you're into. Let me take you back to old school. Baby, let me show you. It's a big old world out there, and I just wanna be next to you. There's a spark in your eyes so rare, and I just know there ain't time to lose.
Just keep shaking. Okay, so we've got one more song left. Whew, that was our shaking song. And I shook so hard that I like broke my camera. I didn't break it, I just did something weird. So we've got one more song to dance to. And this one, we're just gonna dance however feels really good to your body.
Por la calle la ve, con el pelo negro largo se va. Ella corta la mirada otra vez, los tigres no la dejan pasar. Ay, mi nena, que me libren de los malos ojos, que siempre pueda hacer lo que tú quieras. Le pido al cielo que te dé mi amor. Ay, mi beba, que me libren de los malos ojos. Son las estrellas los angelitos te mando, te mando. Nena. Le pido al cielo, le pido, le pido. Los angelitos te mando, te mando. Nena. Le pido al cielo, le pido, le pido. Te veo en mis sueños, abro los ojos, te quiero matar. Sigo corriendo, cerca de un fuego, me quedo quemada. Sé que eres tú, te fuiste temprano, pero sé que siempre te tengo a mi lado. No me quedo nada, si pudiera yo volver para atrás. Es que el tiempo se me va y nada, me acuerdo la luz de tu mirada. Ay, mi beba, te me libren de los malos ojos. Son las estrellas las que te aconsejan, que viento te lleve donde tú quieras. Nena, los angelitos te mando, te mando. Nena, le pido al cielo, le pido, le pido. Nena, los angelitos te mando, te mando. Le pido al cielo, le pido, le pido. No me quedo nada, si pudiera yo volver para atrás. Es que el tiempo se me va y nada, me acuerdo la luz de tu mirada. Nena, los angelitos te mando, te mando. Nena, le pido al cielo, le pido, le pido. Nena, los angelitos te mando, te mando. Nena, le pido al cielo, le pido, le pido.
All right, yay. And now you probably want to drink some water. That's what I'm gonna do. Whew. I'm gonna get some water and find my seat again. Whew. I really went there, y'all. My abs hurt from wiggling and dancing. Yeah. I know, I saw afterwards and you couldn't really hear me. I was basically just saying, keep shaking. Oh. Okay. Whew, yeah, I really generated some heat there. All right. Get a sip of water, and here we go. So, heat wave, yep. Just keep breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. You can just take a seat and close your eyes and just feel your body. You don't have to be totally still. Like if there's still a pulse of energy moving through you, that's totally fine. You can do a little whatever you're feeling. And just notice, how does your body feel right now? What is present now? And then if anyone wants to share in the chat, I'm ready for another dance party. Loved it. Yeah, I love it too. That got me to face some personal fears. Wow, great. That is awesome. Thanks for sharing, Mooney. Yeah, so how are you feeling in your body right now? What are you noticing? I'm noticing that I don't need to wear a sweater anymore. It's like snowing outside. So that's cool. I'm noticing that I'm feeling like pulsing, undulating. This is an exaggeration, but like I feel this in my body. Definitely had some self-conscious thoughts come up, but let it go and allowed my body to do all kinds of hilarious and fun moves. Learned how to do a shuffle move. That's cool. Yeah, that's kind of a fun thing too about like we're dancing, but like the only person that's getting seen is me. And we're going to be doing some vocal practices, but the only person that's going to get heard is me. So you can do whatever you want and nobody's going to hear it or see it unless you're like with somebody, which you are, CeeLo. So yeah. Mooney, definitely noticing that my body wants to receive more love and connection from my inner self. Yes, that's amazing. Good for you. Celebrating that. That's awesome. Thank you for being that role model. Yeah. Oh yeah, I will do that. I was rocking it so hard I like knocked my camera out of the way. Whew. Oh, okay. If anybody else wants to share, I'm going to keep checking the chat. Ooh. So now we're going to do some vocal practices. And so I'm going to share just a nice vocal warm-up that you can do. This is a great thing to do before speaking or singing. Like if you're a singer or if you want to be a singer, you can do some vocal warm-up practices ahead of time. Or if you are going to speak in front of people or record a podcast or do a session for somebody, or if you have an important conversation that you need to have, you can do this before that. Or if you just want to sound like a boss like all the time, you can do this every day. So our voice, our body, so if we're talking about our voice as a healing tool, our body is the instrument. And if you're working with an instrument, you need to get to know your instrument. So in this case, it's our body. And our voice, we can make sounds through like a back voice, the back of our neck, and it comes up the back and kind of comes out. It goes all the way up the back into like the occipital. There's a little dent in the back of your head where your neck and your head come together, and there's two little knobs, and then in between there's like a soft spot that in Taoism is called the mouth of God. But if you imagine the sound coming up the back of your throat to that point and then forward and out, that's your back voice. And a good way to access that is to just start with a yawn. So take a breath in. I'll just model it. It sounds kind of like a yawn. It's a little bit of a deeper sound, but I feel it vibrating the back of my skull. I'm also extremely sensitive to sound in particular. I would assume that most of the people who are here are pretty sensitive. You can let me know whether or not that's accurate in the chat. But I'm just putting that out there because maybe not everybody is going to literally feel it vibrating your body the first time you do it. And that's okay. But I'm just saying, like, I can literally feel it sometimes. So if I breathe in, that's a back voice. And I'm just making, well, it wobbled a little, but I'm basically making like one tone with my back voice. We also have a front voice. So if you like make a little bunny nose, you're kind of like squinching your nose and squinching your cheek, like if you go like ee with your cheeks. It's in the front. You can access this like if you were gonna yell hey at somebody. Hey, hey, hey. It's coming out the front. Hey. The sound still starts here and comes up, but it's coming out like hey. You can also access this with meows. Meow, meow, meow. Sounds pretty different from and a way that you can tell. So it's not necessarily the nose. Right there, I'm plugging my nose and I'm still making that sound with the front of my mouth. Okay. Yeah, it's the kitty sound. Okay, so let's try. Well, first of all, does anybody have any questions about how to make either of those sounds? Let's practice it a little bit. It's ridiculous. That's okay. And so let's start with the back. So we'll take a breath in and then start out just yawn. Like just yawn, only yawn. So do it again. Okay. And then now we'll take that start with a yawn. And if you need to drink more water, like you want your throat to be very, very lubricated. And like we're trying new things, but we don't want to be trying so hard that it's hurting your throat. Like you don't want anything to hurt or feel strained because that's how you can injure your voice. So if you don't talk a lot, you might not want to push super hard with these. Like you can still do it without straining yourself. Okay, so take a sip of water. I'm laughing so hard. I love this. Yeah, it's ridiculous. And when we're doing scary things, like for me, it's kind of helpful to make it ridiculous. Not that this is scary per se, but like for some people, it can be pretty intimidating. Okay, so back with the yawn. We're going to start with a yawn and then project it out as like a single tone. Okay, so breathe in. And you notice also I'm opening opening my mouth like really exaggerated, like, oh, I'm also apparently doing that with my eyes. But when you want to let sound out of your mouth, you have to open your mouth. And if you've ever seen like a professional singer, they're not like, they're like, ah, you know, because they're letting it out. So let it out. Okay. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to start again with the, oh, and I'm saying ah, ah. So let's say ah, just in general, ah. And now we'll go from the yawn into the ah. So breathe in. And one of my vocal teachers, her name is Sonia Drakolik. She's the lead singer from Amara, the band, and she also does somatic psychotherapy with voice. And she says when you're making a sound like that, you can imagine it like a train, and you're hopping on the train of the sound. So yes, the sound is coming from you, but once you start to make the sound, it kind of carries itself, and all you have to do is hop on that train. So let's try it one more time. Yawn into ah. Breathe in. Cool. And let's try the meows. So again, we're like really like bring the energy into the front of your mouth by going like this. Like this. Okay. I just saw myself like right in my own face. Oh gosh. Here we are. Thanks for coming to my workshop. Okay. So, I bet you didn't know what it was going to be like. Oh man. Okay. So, we'll meow and we'll just bring all our energy up here. So it's like right here at the front palate, like the front teeth, right here in the front lip, and there's a lift, like as though you're smiling, like if you smile and then just like make it weird, like smile more. That's pulling the energy and attention to the front. Okay. So now we're going to breathe in and exhale. Meow 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 meow. Okay, and we'll do that again. Breathe in. Meow 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 meow. And then the next time, the cat's like, what's happening here? Just staring at the screen while I meow. That's funny. So now we'll do it with hey. So like as though you were like shouting across a field at somebody who's like way the heck over there, and you're like, hey! Like you want them to hear you. Loud. Okay? And could you tell also that like is like a train and I got on the train? Let me know in the comments. Okay, one more time. Take a breath in and we'll just like shout hey to your friend across the field, but like bring it to the front with lifting. You're kind of lifting the palate inside as well, because that happens when you smile. Can you feel if you smile, the inside of your mouth, the top of the roof of your mouth goes up? It's subtle, but like now that I've been studying about it, I can feel it. So lift and hey. Okay, so breathe in. Hey. Hey girl, hey. Okay, so those are some warm-ups you can do. You can go back, front, back, front, back, front. And then just take a minute and like say something to yourself out loud. Just like give yourself a little, hi, my name is Amara. My voice sounds a little bit different now. Or does my voice sound a little bit different now? I feel like mine does. Speak out loud and just see what you notice. Do you notice anything? Do you notice anything in your voice in the way that it sounds? You can let me know if you notice anything or not in a comment. I notice that my voice sounds a little bit deeper now to me. I don't know if that's coming across in the video, but like to my own self, it sounds like it's landed a little bit more in my body. It sounds a little more resonant, like deeper and like a little bit more full. Fantastic Shine says a little, my throat feels more free. I can feel kind of like my jaw is a little more relaxed as well. Okay, so those are some, yeah, definitely more loose. Cool. Yeah, so those are just some warm-ups that you can do. And we're going to do one more practice, and then I'm going to share a pre-recorded little like 10-minute long sound journey activation with everybody. So we'll do one more practice first. And this practice, you can do a version of this practice if you're, well, I'll just, whatever, I'll say that afterwards. Okay, so what we're going to do, yeah, just take a breath and sigh it out again. Nice. I like that. It feels good. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to focus on the heart, because most people have at some point in the past felt into their heart or focused their energy on their heart center. Is there anybody in there who has not done that? Let me know in the chat if you have not done any sort of like connecting with your heart before, like if this is brand new to you. I get the feeling that it's not, but just in case, let me know in the comments if it is. So even if it is new to you, but especially if it's not, just go ahead and you can place your hands on your heart. Or you can just place one hand on your heart. And now that we've loosened up our voice, we're going to make the sound ha, which in Taoist tradition is the sound of the heart. Ha. And I'm going to invite all of us to tone ha at a frequency, at a tone, at a sound where you can feel it vibrating your heart. Okay? So I'm going to invite that. I'm going to invite you to just connect with your heart and then start making the sound ha on your exhale and just keep going. Like if you've ever gone to a yoga class or a sound healing and everybody does what's called rolling ohms, it's like you take an inhale and then you ohm and then you inhale and then you ohm and you just keep going. So just do that, but with the sound ha. And also like at a yoga class, well, not like at a yoga class, actually, when the first time everybody ohms and it's like, we're just going to skip the first like not so loud one and just go straight to like ha, like loud. And you will also probably notice that in order to physically feel the vibration, you may need to get louder, or you may need to change the pitch of the sound that you're making to feel it more in a certain part of your body. So just experiment with that. And we'll do this for a few minutes, and here we go. So breathe in. So you may also notice I'm opening my mouth really wide, ha, and I'm also like, my neck is not, I'm not like down here like ha, because if your neck is bent forward, you don't have, there's nowhere, once the sound gets up to the back of your throat, it can't really come out the front. So my shoulders are a little bit back. I'm as though I'm holding a crown on the top of my head. So the top of my head is like facing up. And I'm not back here either. I'm right in the middle, where if I had something on my head, it would stay there. Like, for example, I have a, this is my slipper. It's like that. It's not like that. It's not falling forward. It's like on top of, it's just straight up and down. And so the channel of my throat is open. Okay. Keep going. Beautiful. And one more time. Great job, everyone. Woo! Amazing. So this is something that you can do not only with your heart center, you can do it with other energy centers in your body. You can do it with an area in your body that's asking for your attention. So our body is always communicating with us. Our body is communicating with us through physical sensation and through our emotions. And so if you are having a lot of physical sensation in an area, that means your body is trying to bring your awareness to that place. If you're feeling a particular emotion, your body is trying to communicate something to you. And so if you notice that your body is trying to communicate something to you, you can bring your awareness to that part of your body or to that emotion, and you can start to tone, you can start to use your voice and the vibration and the power of your voice to make a sound that will match how it feels. Maybe it wants to be expressed. Maybe it wants to like match how it feels. Maybe it wants to be soothed or have like a different energy come in to create balance. So you can experiment with matching how it feels with sound. You can also experiment with balancing what sound will create balance in this part of my body. And just play around with your voice. Okay, just play around with your voice and see how that feels to you. I'm going to share, if you want to get nice and cozy, I'm going to share a sound activation with all of you. So if you want to drink a little more water, you can do that. If you'd like to sit or lay down, or however you would like to be to receive this, perfect. And this is I just previously recorded this because I've noticed that Zoom doesn't do very well with picking up instruments and voice at the same time. Just keep breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Just make a really slow physical transition into sitting back up. You can take your time because we're going to transition into some really beautiful music up next. So there's no need to like hop up quickly right now. Just be gentle with yourself. And thanks again so much for joining me for Your Embodied Voice. My name is Amara Amethyst, and it's been such a pleasure to be here with all of you at Shine Online Fest 2022. Thank you so much.
That was so beautiful, Amara. Thank you so much for that offering. My body and my throat just feel so happy. I know that you said you're Amara Amethyst on social media. Is there anywhere else or any specific way that people can reach out to you and support you or work with you?
Yeah, mostly I'm on social media right now. My website is in the works, but I'm mostly active on Instagram. It's Amara_Amethyst. I also have a link tree, which is just Amara Amethyst as well. And I'm on Facebook. I have a Patreon up and running, and I'm also going to be teaching a series of classes that's in March. I've got an in-person version and a virtual version. It's called Lead with Your Voice, and it's a 3-class series about public speaking and group facilitation and effective communication for leaders. So if you're interested in that, you can reach out on social media or well, that's probably the best way is through social media. And let me know if you're interested. And I'd love to just be connected in general. Thank you all so much.
Thank you so much. And I'm looking forward to your workshops. Again, those listening, you can check out the hosts by clicking their image in the schedule below our video here. Thank you, Amara. Hope you have a great rest of your 222. That was amazing.
Woo, that was great. Thank you so much.
Yay. So that was amazing.
Woo, that was great. Thank you so much.
Yay.
Thanks for shining on with us.